Hey, it's Chris Cashman at Kenmore Air with the toy that inspired the real plane that inspired the movie. Maybe I'm being too dramatic, but we do have our own seaplane waiting for us. Come aboard tonight on Evening.
Jose visits a place on San Juan Island that's a real blast. Find out why the critics are loving Minions and Monsters. And a look back at the very first evening float plane, complete with some classic curly moments.
What the heck? And welcome to Evening Magazine. I am Chris Cashman. Welcome to Kenmore Air Harbor. I am so excited and honored to be hosting this show in our 40th season because when I was a boy, exactly two of my heroes had their own seaplane, Indiana Jones and the host of Evening Magazine. And today I'm taking my first flight aboard the iconic Maggie 2.
Welcome aboard.
All right.
This isn't just another flight. It's one of the most iconic ways to experience the Pacific Northwest.
This is like Indiana Jones. Woo-wee.
Yes, Kenmore is celebrating their 80th year. So started in 1946 up in the north end of Lake Washington, and now we get to service the entire Pacific Northwest and take off right here in South Lake Union.
Hey, it's UW.
The Beaver is widely considered one of the greatest bush planes ever because it can haul heavy loads, take off in incredibly short distances, and operate where most airplanes can't.
Maggie is an otter,
Our seaplane is the Beaver's big brother.
I see Seattle.
so a little bit bigger, so just more space for all of your friends.
Does it ever get old flying into Lake Union like this?
Not really. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is such a unique experience here. It is really a once in a lifetime to be able to experience these style of planes and being able to just take off and land so smoothly on the water too. I think it's such a great way to see the area.
Welcome to Lake Union.
Bucket list moment achieved. What a thrill to ride aboard Maggie 2. And Maggie 2, foreshadowing, she wasn't the first. We'll introduce you to the original a little bit later in the show. And our friends here at Kenmore Air have regular flights daily to our next destination featuring a one-of-a-kind place to stay with a whole ton of history. Let's head to the San Juan Islands.
In the heart of the Salish Sea, you will find a resort like no other that has been a destination for over a century.
I've been lucky enough to work at the resort for just 3 years now, but I've been coming to the islands for much longer than that because it was my happy place. The minute you drive your car off of the ferry, you exhale and your blood pressure goes down. And I actually had a guest tell me the other day that Roche Harbor feels like time well spent.
The first thing I noticed was how big this place was. What feels more like a small town has pretty much something for everyone.
So many things to do around here and that are unique to the islands, particularly related to our whale population. You can get out in a tour boat or in a kayak to try to get up close and personal. Those trips are available right here from the marina.
For those arriving by boat, they will find a state-of-the-art marina with 425 slips.
How big?
Now that's a lot of boats, if you ask me.
We take crap from everyone. Funny.
So much to do on the property as well. 3 restaurants, 2 bars.
All right, cheers to that. Cheers.
3 retail outlets, and of course the Afterglow Spa. While you're a visitor at Roche Harbor, you've got a couple of options to learn about the history. A walking tour, that's gonna take you to various interpretive signs, everything from the lime kilns, where the limestone was made into powder during the mining era, to the historic generator that was once used to power the town.
But my favorite spot was this beautiful mausoleum, a burial temple set in the nearby forest.
Well, this is the final resting place of John Macmillan. Isn't it cool?
But wait, there's even more to discover.
This is a fun sculpture park here. You can see pieces from a lot of artists. It's pretty cool.
They also have big events for people to come.
4th of July is our iconic annual event filled with all sorts of activities, log rolling, donut eating contest. We kick off the morning with a 5K race, and then everything culminates with the best fireworks show in the islands. One of the must-see traditions is the evening colors ceremony. We end each night with a retirement of the colors about 20 minutes before sunset.
As you can see, there's so much to do in this San Juan Island waterfront resort.
Two of my favorite things, Jose and Roche Harbor. They're gonna have a blast there on the 4th of July starting at 9:30 in the morning all the way up until the fireworks, and the big blasts at 10:30. And speaking of loud noises, ready or not, the Minions are back and they're rubbing elbows with the monsters. And as Saint tells us, even the critics are loving this movie.
In Hollywood, the new stars at the silver screen changed the face of the motion picture industry forever.
Minions and Monsters drops those lovable yellow troublemakers into classic movie history, where silent films come to life and absolutely nothing stays on script.
The idea of the whole movie is just to see how the Minions would photobomb like all the classics we know and love.
Director Pierre Coffin, who also voices the Minions, says this movie was built over 3 years, resulting in a story filled with slapstick for the kids and clever nods to cinema history for their parents.
My kid was laughing at all of the great silly things, and I had the kind of that pretentious adult laugh, I see what they're doing. You know, when I saw references to Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin, etc.
Of course, making a Minions film means checking your dignity at the studio door.
It's play, basically, what we're up to.
You have to be okay with making a fool of yourself. Just making crazy sounds and voices, and you do it in a room.
Many of the voice performers didn't meet their co-stars until the premiere and were surprised by what they saw on screen.
This is just hundreds and hundreds of amazing artists who have carefully crafted every single moment and character and image and joke.
Jeff Bridges says his biggest takeaway is what making movies represents.
Everybody's got different political thoughts, different philosophies. None of that matters. We're all about making something beautiful, something that we can say, look, isn't that cool what we did?
Minions and Monsters is rated PG, currently getting an 89 on Rotten Tomatoes. Still to come on Evening Magazine.
Saint goes inside Silo with star Rebecca Ferguson.
I'm wondering, what is it like to walk onto the set?
It's enormous. I know it because we watch it and it's supposed to feel claustrophobic.
Evening Magazine is made possible with support from Kitsap Credit Union. Since 1934, Kitsap Credit Union has believed that together it's possible. Together, we shine a light on the people and places that help our communities thrive.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine. I'm Chris Cashman here at South Lake Union. You know, for 2 seasons now, Apple TV's sci-fi show Silo has built an incredible loyal following, and this season they're going to start answering some of the show's biggest questions. Saint sat down with the star, Sarah Ferguson.
You are the only one who has ever gone out and survived.
There are some shows that ask you to sit back and enjoy the ride. Silo asks you to pay attention to every clue, every secret, every question that doesn't quite have an answer yet. And that's exactly why fans can't get enough.
I think the story is brilliant. I think it is really well exposed, and I think they dribble mysteries and solving them at a perfect pace.
It's a mystery story, and that's what hooked me.
Based on Hugh Howey's post-apocalyptic sci-fi trilogy about thousands of people living underground, Season 3 follows 2 mysterious timelines.
She's had no memories for 3 months, other than those you've given her.
In one, we follow Rebecca Ferguson's character, who returns from her ordeal outside the silo with something missing: her memory.
Rebecca, you have spent years now in one of television's most claustrophobic world. I'm wondering, what is it like to walk onto the set?
It's enormous. I know it because we watch it and it's supposed to feel claustrophobic, but the sets are gigantic. There's big blue screens to cover the stairs, but enough to circle 4 times and get tired running up and down these bloody stairs.
We only know that day.
This season, the show, created by Graham Yost, also takes us to the before times to reveal how this world came to be.
The end of the world cannot be stopped. It can only be survived.
The big challenge is balancing the two stories to make sure that they feel balanced and that you are not going, okay, enough of that, I want to get back to this.
It's gigantic, the machinery that they have to do.
It was fun, but it could be very challenging at times.
Silo has attracted sci-fi fanatics all around the world, a fan base notorious for paying painstaking attention to details.
Rebecca, why do you think this show has such a fervent following? I mean, these fans are arguing about everything.
Why some shows succeed? And for me, I read it, I love it, I think it gets better and better.
Juliet, whatever you're going to do it now.
There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend.
Thank you, Saint. Season 3 of Silo starts streaming on Apple TV this Friday. Saint says it does slowly build to an exhilarating crescendo. Make sure you check it out. Speaking of exhilarating crescendos, Project Complete, the city of Renton, has been redeveloping downtown. They want to make it a destination, and Legacy Square is ready for you to visit this summer.
We want people to say, wow, yes. We are at Legacy Square in downtown Renton.
It's a brand new public place in the city of Renton that's bringing people together.
In 2017, we gathered the community together along with business owners and property owners to create what's called the Civic Core Plan, which really is the investment in downtown Renton and creating kind of this pedestrian-friendly, walkable neighborhood.
And the community played a major role in designing the space.
Legacy Square was designed differently than most public spaces. It was envisioned by the community. They gave us input, and then the Community and Economic Development Department took that and developed the conceptual plan. So it was a great savings to the city.
This space features a large stadium-quality viewing screen where fans can watch World Cup matches free of charge.
We shared no expense on the screen and the sound system. It's over 30 feet in length, and it's stadium quality technology, and it's amazing. You can see it from just about every angle. The sound is fantastic.
I think it's nice that they made one for Renton so we don't have to drive down all to Seattle to watch the games.
It's really allowing the opportunity for families to come, and one member can be watching a soccer game while the others are playing in the park.
But city leaders envision it as a year-round destination for entertainment and community events.
It was built for the World Cup, but certainly it's going to be an arts and culture hub for Renton. We're going to see movies here, concerts down here. We had Shakespeare in the Park last Saturday.
Any Friday, Saturday night beyond the World Cup will be movies on Friday night, concerts on Saturday night. We have family fun days on Sundays.
And the city couldn't be more proud of it.
I love it though.
We've enjoyed watching families of all makes and models come and just enjoy the space, and big smiles on their faces, and they're trickling into our businesses. So we're really, really proud of what we've done.
Keep up with the latest, the events happening at Legacy Square. Check out rentonwa.gov. Still to come on Evening Magazine.
A look back at the origins of Maggie the Float Plane with some John Curley thrown in for flavor.
What the heck?
Literally.
Evening Magazine is sponsored by City of Renton.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine from Lake Union, home to Kenmore Air. We got here aboard Maggie 2 just this morning. Yes, Maggie 2 foreshadows there was a Maggie 1. How did she get her name? Let's take a flight back in history. It's tonight's Evening Rewind.
Long ago, in our trusty and dusty van, we spent endless hours, often days, traveling to destinations throughout the Northwest. Then, out of the blue, our mode of transportation dramatically changes. In 1996, Evening welcomes a flying beaver into our family. In fact, the last de Havilland beaver ever made.
In fact, she celebrated her birthday April 27th, 1967. She came into this world.
When we first acquire the seaplane, we give her a sleek new paint job. All she needs now is a name. And we ask you for suggestions.
Which one of you guys came up with the name? Oh, you can't all win the prize, so you're going to have to fight over it, okay?
22 viewers come up with the same winning name.
So to determine who wins the grand prize for naming the plane, we'll pull a name out of the hat. Reach right in there and pull a name out of that hat. And the winner is?
My mom and dad.
Oh my goodness! Also known as David and Deborah Cheragino. All right.
On January 31st, 1997, our seaplane is officially christened with a ceremonial pound of Starbucks coffee.
I, Katie Cheragino, christened this plane Maggie.
With that, Maggie, short for magazine, as in Evening Magazine, is flying high.
Hey, tonight we're going to take you off the beaten path.
Our horizons expand. We can now cover a lot of ground and tell more stories in a single day.
Welcome to Victoria. We're about 120 miles north of Vancouver.
Hello, LeConner.
Hey there. Beautiful, beautiful Lake Isabel. In fact, it is so peaceful. It's so tranquil here. You almost feel like you're not even working. You know what I mean, Danny?
Yeah, sorta.
Okay.
Whether it's Denny or another pilot in the cockpit, we fly Maggie to numerous Northwest destinations, safe and sound. It's after we land that things get a little dicey.
Seattle, bye-bye.
What the heck?
And a fun fact, Maggie 1 still flies. She has a different paint job now, but her name is still on the side, so look close. If you're ever flying aboard Maggie, you are on the OG.
Now in our 40th season, Evening Magazine shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening Magazine is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine from South Lake Union outside of Kenmore Air, celebrating our seaplane, the iconic Maggie 2. We're also celebrating World UFO Day. Did you know that's today, July 2nd? It's true. And Washington State actually ranks 12th in UFO sightings nationally. This, according to the National UFO Reporting Center, which is a real thing. I just looked it up. And to those who celebrate, we head to South Seattle.
Jets aren't the only things in the skies above Des Moines. Keep an eye out for UFOs.
I don't think people know that Des Moines has such a history with UFOs and UFO sightings.
In 1947, Harold Dahl reported that while he was boating in these waters, 6 flying saucers rained hot metal down on him.
And there's a whole story around the mystery of the Maury Island incident. And this mural celebrates that and the aliens that visited that day.
Then another mystery.
Before they were called the Men in Black, a mysterious man showed up one day and talked to Harold Dahl about what he saw and said, "You shouldn't repeat that to anyone."
But the legend lives on. That mural, a plaque explaining the incident and a monument to the incident's only casualty, Harold's dog Sparky, keep the strange story alive.
Greetings, aliens!
They're even trying to lure the aliens back.
This is our bait cow.
Bait cows. We know you love abducting this land species, so we figured they were the best way to reach you.
The bait cows carry a video message welcoming the aliens, assuming they know how to scan a QR code.
I think if they can fly across the galaxy, they probably figure it out. They'll probably be like, "Oh, feeble Earth technology." So yeah, I think they'll be good.
Has the cow attracted any visitors from the cosmos?
Not yet.
More UFO fun. Explore Seattle South Side online. My thanks to Kenmore Air and Maggie, too, for hosting us tonight. She's almost as cool as a UFO. Thanks for making it the perfect evening. We'll see you. Captain, she's all yours.